Hey everyone, so today is my time capsule video. If you don't understand what I mean by this, I'm going to make a video talking to myself a year from now, and I'm going to set some goals and talk about, some feelings I have now in life and who I want to be in a year. And in a year, I will watch this video and hopefully it'll keep me motivated to keep moving towards a better me. I'm going to do my best not to cry. I've honestly been kind of avoiding making this video because I was worried I was going to get overly emotional. Please don't make fun of me if I do. It's a big deal. I try my best to play it off like it's not, but it is. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to be talking to myself, so try not to get too confused. Hello, me. About a year from now. I just have a few things I want to tell you. First off, you feel really dumb right now just doing this, but I think it'll be very important for you later on. And it'll help you remember who you were and that you weren't really happy. Right now you have great people in your life and you have no real reason to be unhappy because you have a good life, but you're held back by your weight. You spent the past 10 years of your life wishing you were somebody else that you never thought you would be, and I hope a year from now that you are that person. There are very small things that you've always wanted to do and you never have for no reason other than because you were too embarrassed or because you physically could not do them. When you were 14, you went to Six Flags and you only got on one ride and you barely fit in it. And ever since then, you've been too embarrassed to go to one even though you love it so much. You spent the whole day alone because everybody else was too busy having fun, and you really couldn't blame them for not wanting to be held back by you. You spent most of your day on the Ferris wheel because it was one of the only things you could get on without having to worry about would you fit in the ride, would you be too heavy, would you go over the weight limit. And although lied to everybody about why you left school and things, in reality you really left because you couldn't handle it physically. There's 5 flights of stairs and a lot of your classes meant going from the basement to the 4th floor, and you physically could not make it all the way up. Halfway through you'd have to stop and you'd be so upset and so aggravated and so frustrated with yourself that you just stopped going. And that's a sad thing when your weight has hindered you that much in life. You've always wanted to wear the same clothes as everybody else, and you've always wanted to feel like you looked pretty, and you didn't. You always pretended you were a tomboy because tomboys could get away with wearing boys' clothes and wearing bigger clothes when really you wanted to wear dresses all along. When you were little, you really couldn't say, oh, it's my fault. But at 20 years old, I'm telling you, it is your fault. You're the only reason you couldn't do all those things because you couldn't put a fork down. How ridiculous is that? How ridiculous is it that you've been held back almost your entire life just because you couldn't put a fork down? What kind of bullshit is that? Don't do this to yourself again. And I know that to everybody else who's watching this, it seems stupid, but I feel like I needed to make this because I know that I'm forgetful and that I'll forget how I felt. And that I'll take for granted the things that have changed, and that I'll be happy to be a new me, but that I won't truly appreciate it, that I won't remember what it was like to be like this, that I'll just forget how hard I worked, and I'll forget how much I don't want to be this way, and I don't want to forget. I don't want you to forget. Don't you think it's come to a sad point in your life when you have to sit in front of the camera and cry to a bunch of people on the internet because you don't have any real friends? Not because they don't like you because you're fat, but because you don't like you because you're fat. Because you're too tired to go anywhere. Because it hurts to walk most of the time because of a million stupid and shitty reasons not to live your life. What's the point of it all if you're not gonna live your life? What's the point? What's the point in any of it? Don't ever give up. Don't ever come back. I don't ever want to know this person again. Remember that food is not worth it. It's not. Everyone else, I'm sorry you just watched me cry and talk to myself. 2 very oddly crazy things to be doing on camera. I was gonna do a goal list, but I think I'm just gonna do a vlog. I'm honestly upset and I don't really feel like making a list of a bunch of things to do. Please do me a favor. Make your own time capsule videos. Hopefully you won't cry like a little baby like I did. Surgery's in 3 days. I'll be posting a video on Sunday telling you guys about the pre-op diet. Thank you for watching this, if you actually stayed this long, and again, I am sorry for crying. I tried not to, and that did not work at all. Not at all. Bye, everybody.